Alright, what's going on guys? It's Super here and welcome to another Mortal Kombat X video, and today we're going to be doing another character specific variation tutorials. So the way these work, if you guys are not familiar, I take a character, I break down pretty much what the basics of that character are for a little bit, and then go into a specific variation, and all those tutorials will be linked of course in the description. So here we go. Cryomancer Sub-Zero. By the way, before I do that, as always, if you guys do enjoy these tutorials and want to see more, leave a like rating. It's always appreciated. But Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Ermac, and Reptile were the most requested characters when I asked you guys to let me know what characters you guys want to see me do tutorials on first. So I will be doing tutorials on probably every character in the game, especially the ones that I know how to play. But it's only going to be one variation at the moment. Maybe down the road I might do more. But today we're going to be focusing on Cryomancer Sub, then I'll go to Scorpion, then I'll do Ermac, and so on and so forth. So here we go. So Sub-Zero is one of those characters that can just do everything pretty well. He has a great down 4 spacing tool, down B or down circle for you guys on the PS4 controller. I'll put the chart up for you guys who don't know what the numbers are that I'm talking about. I'll put the chart up on the screen at some point to indicate to you guys what 1, 2, 3, and 4 is. So he has a great down 4. That is going to be very useful. He has really good 50-50s, and what 50-50s are pretty much overhead or low combo starting options. And it doesn't even have to be combo starting. It could just be something that hits overhead, which means if your opponent is crouching without blocking, he's going to get hit by it. And the lows are if your opponent is not blocking low, you're going to get hit by it. So he has two really good openers, which are his back 2, his overhead, which you could go into a full combo. You know, whatever you want, depending on what variation you're using. Cryomancer, you get a lot with it. You know, if you don't feel comfortable in your conversions and your run cancels, you could always do this and then just slide. That's always going to connect. It's very easy. That's always going to connect. So if you're not comfortable with your run cancel conversion, that right there, just go with the slide. Keep it simple. It does 16% guaranteed damage, and you're close to your opponent after the slide, so you can start your offense again. The other 50-50 that he has is his low, and depending on what variation you're using, you're going to want to do different options. So I'll go into the Cryomancer options in a bit, but what you want to do with Grandmaster and Unbreakable is use your meter burn ice ball. And the reason you want to use your meter burn ice ball is because here in the mid screen, back 3-3 into ice ball, regular ice ball does not work. As you guys see, it stays at 2, it doesn't combo. But what does work is doing back 3-3 ice ball on female characters. That works for some reason mid screen. You could do back 3-3 into regular ice ball on any female character in the game and it's going to work. So keep that in mind. On female characters, you do not need to use a bar of meter, but on male characters, you definitely have to use your bar of meter. You send them up, you know, do whatever combo you want. That's a bootleg ass combo. Let's try that again. All right, that's a better looking combo. So, you know, you could copy that combo if you want. Pretty standard Sub-Zero combo. So to keep it, it's not safe, but it's safer than going for a regular ice ball. You could go with back 3 down 4. It goes into another low. Or you could keep it completely safe, but there is a gap between your ice burst and back 3. So that means your opponent, for example, Scorpion, could do an EX slide in the middle of back 3-3 into the ice burst. But the ice burst is completely safe. So there's a great way to keep your string safe. All right, moving on here to his most punishing combo, which is back 1-2. This right here, if you have a window in which you could use back 1, which is 11 frames, right? Yeah. So back 1 is 11 frames. If you have a window where you could punish your opponent with back 1, definitely always do it because this is most punishing combo starter. You start off with that, You know, that turns into 27. Normally it's like 25. You could also do that. 28 for a little bit more. And with Cryomancer, you could definitely, you know, go into this and then go into, you know, anything else you want. And it's some good damage, man. 34% is no joke. You could also punish with 1-1. That is the faster punish. So if you have a small window to punish with Sub-Zero, use a standing 1. It is 7 frames startup. It's a high. It has pretty good range. Actually, it has normal range for a stand 1. But for Grandmaster and Unbreakable, you don't have 1-1-1. You don't have this string with the sword. So you have to go 1-1, Ice Ball, and that works. Let's demonstrate that again. So you go with that. In the other variations, you also have something that changes with Cryomancer. So a lot of like combo strings like this. Wait, what is it? Oh, there you go. Combos like that. These are unique to Cryomancer, but for Grandmaster especially, and also for Unbreakable, because it's a hard knockdown. You want to end your combos, especially closer to the corner and in the corner, with forward 1-2. This move right here, forward 1-2, is actually a 2-hitting hard knockdown move in Unbreakable and Grandmaster. So definitely use that because it gives you a lot more time than ending your combo in a slide, which your opponent could roll out of. He could tech roll, he could get up quickly. But if you end your combos in forward 1-2, he's going to be on the ground for around 20 frames. So that gives Sub-Zero plenty of time to start his offense again, to set up an ice clone. So definitely keep that in mind. Alright, now let's go on to some unique things for Cryomancer. So he has new combo strings and new moves that he gets with Cryomancer that he doesn't get in other variations. First off, his down 2 has great range. It has crazy range. I'm trying to see what... So that was max range right there. It's so good when it comes to range. You still don't want to use that for your uppercut as far as anti-airing because it's slow. It does have range, but it's extremely slow. And Sub-Zero has a really good stand 1, so that's what you want to do to anti-air somebody. Like if someone's jumping in on you, use that. And then after that, you could get another one and then go into a combo, or you go into this. So for anti-air purposes, definitely use a stand 1 for Sub-Zero. He also gets a couple new combo strings, which are 1-1-1. This is an amazing combo string. This right here, 1-1-1, amazing. You always want to use that combo string with Cryomancer Sub because it's only -5 on block. It's completely safe. So where are you? Where are you, combos? Here you go. It's only -5 on block. It could cancel to anything that combos. So 1-1-1 into ice combos. 1-1-1 into EX hammer, 1-1-1 into regular hammer, all these combos. And if your opponent blocks it, guess what? You're completely safe. You're -5 even. So you could be ballsy and try to down 1 afterwards, which works a lot of times. And it doesn't have a gap in it. So it's definitely one of his best string that he gets in this specific variation. Moving on here to his forward 1-2-2. This combo string right here, this actually grants him a new launcher, which is really, it just looks really cool. Like, I don't use it too much when I play, but I do see a lot of people use it, and it's just a cool looking combo string. All 3 hits is definitely unsafe, but if you stop at the second hit, you're completely safe. Your opponent cannot punish you, and the best thing about it, you could tick throw into a command grab, which I'll talk about in a bit. But you could do that on block, and your opponent will get caught with it. And if he thinks that you're going to do that, he tries to jump out, he tries to backdash, then he's going to get caught by your full combo string, which is really cool. All right. So moving on here, let's talk a little bit about his 2 main tools that you're going to be using with Sub-Zero, which is going to be the Ice Hammer and the Command Grab. So we'll talk about the Ice Hammer first because it's a lot easier to talk about. The Ice Hammer all you're gonna do with it is mix people with it. So whenever you do back 3-3, you do EX hammer, boom. If you actually get them, easy combo, easy 30% damage. So you always want to end your combos as Cyber Sub-Zero. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. You always want to end your combos with Cryo Sub-Zero with your hammer, because it splats your opponent. It does the max damage, and it looks really cool too. But you want to do it because it does the max damage compared to Slide or compared to, you know, this. So always end your combos with the hammer. But like I mentioned, EX hammer really good for hit confirming. You know, you do that. You don't want to ice ball. You want a little bit more damage. Bam, 34, just like that. So now let's talk about his command grab, which is his most important thing. Now, this command grab was not a command grab before. So this was given to Sub-Zero during the final patch, the very final patch of the game. He got a new command grab, which opened up a lot of offensive opportunities for him. Before, he was pretty much one-dimensional. He was a 50-50 character. You know, you do this, and you do this, and that was it. Now, his offense opens up so much more because he has the threat of the command grab that you can meter burn cancel into the EX hammer or any other move and then get extra damage. So there is not one command grab in the game that will give you 25% damage, other than probably Ferritor if he's, you know, Pain and Gain, that will give you 25% damage. Or, you know, of course, Jason if he's in, like, his Relentless mode where he's under 2%. Then that's a 32% command grab if you meter burn it. But just for, like, a regular command grab, Sub-Zero is definitely one of the top characters because you could do so much with it. So now let's go into its uses. So one thing that you could do with Sub-Zero, that you could do with other command grab characters, is do something called tick throws, which means if your opponent is blocking and they get hit by a normal, if you input the command grab motion, your opponent will get hit with it unless he jumps out, unless he backdashes, unless he meter burns through it, or unless he crouches without blocking. Because if he's blocking, the tick throw is gonna, the block stun is gonna keep him in place, and then you're going to be able to get a command grab. So just real quick, the command grabs, the tick throws that you could do with Sub-Zero are ridiculous. There's so many. You do standing 1, you could do forward 1-2, you could do 1 back 3. I said 1 back 3. That one's really good because the back 3 tick throw, it's, what are you going to do? Are you going to do back 3-3? Or are you going to do back 3 command grab? Are you going to go back 3-3 hammer? You know, it's really scary when you learn how to do this one properly. So the way I do tick throws, just in case you guys are wondering, especially the back 3 one, is I like to input everything all together. So I'll do one motion. I'll start from down and then go back and press the A button, which is the kick. So it looks something like that. Look at my directions. I go from down to down back to back, like that. Down from back, down back to back, and then I just press forward. And that's a command grab motion. Down, back, forward. But if you press A when you're doing down back, he's gonna do the kick. So it's gonna be a lot easier to, you know, just do it in one fluid motion like that. And, you know, he doesn't even need to go down. As you guys see, it doesn't even look like you're going down like this. He just does it. Because if you try to do back 3 and then do another circle or half circle for a command grab, sometimes you're just going to get this and you're not going to get your command grab. So, alright, so applying the command grab into combos. Pretty much the same thing applies. You know, you get a punish like this. You do your normal combo. And then instead of ending it in a slide, you end it in back 2-1 into command grab. So you could do different variations of the combos with Sub-Zero. So you could do different variations just like that. So the same thing applies, back 3-3, do this. Same thing. Bam. You could even do this. Overhead. Forward 4-2. Ended in that. Now I'll show you guys something that I learned from Rio, who is a competitive Mortal Kombat player. It's very good because it guarantees you another mix-up. So I'll just show you guys. If you get anyone in an EX hammer, okay? EX hammer or just a command grab. Let's just do EX hammer. Let's just say I just open my opponent up. Boom, boom. EX hammer. All right, and then meter burn freeze. Boom. All right, so that's the first part of it. If you get someone with a meter burn hammer, or you just get an anti-air or conversion into a command grab, what you want to do is meter burn ice fall. It leaves them standing there, and one of the beautiful things about Sub-Zero is his jump one. I mean his jump one has crazy range, like downward range. As you guys see, my attack is hitting him on the way up. So there's very few exceptions, or very rare characters like Alien, I think Molina has one, that have jumping punches. Oh, Kung Jin, how could I forget about him? That hit downward, that have such a huge hitbox that you could jump up and hit your opponent with them. So what you want to do after you freeze your opponent is you want to jump in one. So you jump in from wherever you're at, you know, you freeze your opponent, you do a jump in punch, and it guarantees you another 50-50. So you jump in, bam, and then you go for an overhead, bam, you go for a low, bam, you wait a little bit, you go for a command grab, put them in the same situation. Well, that, I continued the combo there, but you guys get the gist. So I punish somebody. EX freeze. Bam, jump in. Overhead. And the combo starts all over again. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a 60+% reset. So that's something that I learned from Rio. It's really strong with Sub-Zero if you want a mix-up from very, very up close. That obviously is going to do a ton of damage. As far as combos, you guys have been seeing the best combos with Sub-Zero. I definitely think doing forward 1-2 is really good. You know, that's a pretty good combo right there. I think out of all of them, that's the one that did the most meterless damage. You know, if you open your opponent up, back 3-3, you could do something like this. If you don't want to run cancel, you know, you could do what I've been doing. Jump punch, jump 2. Keep it simple. A ton of damage. Easy. As far as the corner goes, everything applies with Sub-Zero the same in the corner. But the most damaging combo in the corner that I know of with Sub-Zero would be something like this. So that's probably the most damaging combo that you could get with 2 bars with Sub-Zero. That's practical. But that's only if you know that it's going to kill your opponent, because you could actually get the 1 bar combo and it does about 45. So I'll show you guys right now. It's the same thing as the 1 bar combo. You just end the combo, instead of doing an EX freeze, you end it in the hammer. So as you guys see, it does, the 2 meter version does 3% more damage. So as far as damage is concerned, unless you know you're going to kill your opponent, definitely don't do it. But if you do want another mix-up, you know, you could always do the same 2 bar combo I showed you guys, but instead of ending it in EX freeze and going into 1-1-1 into your overhead hammer, you could end it in EX freeze and then do the mix-up thing that I told you guys. So that's definitely another option, and you could maximize your damage even more. So that pretty much does it for Sub-Zero, guys. Like I mentioned, he's pretty basic, he's pretty simple to learn, and I hope this tutorial helped you out. So that's going to be the end of today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time. What's going on, guys? It's Super here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you guys subscribe or check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.